Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathleen and today's video we are actually going to be doing a tag video. And today's tag video is actually going to be the I Wish I Were at BookNet Fest book tag of 2020. I always look forward to BookNet Fest. I have gone ever since the first year, and this year was going to be very special because I was actually going to be a speaker at BookNet Fest, but of course with everything that's happened with the coronavirus and everything, they did have to cancel, and so BookNet Fest is now going to be next year. They are doing a virtual version. They already posted their keynote, so if you want to check it out, I will leave the link for the keynote video down below for you guys to check it out. They just basically answer a bunch of questions on that keynote, and on this video I will also be unboxing my very last Sips by unboxing. I will actually be doing a little bit different during this video. I will be doing the tag first and then I will be doing the unboxing at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get started first with the tag video. So as I said, this is the I Wish I Were Going to BookNet Fest book tag of 2020. This tag was created by Kathy, so I'll leave her original video linked down below for you guys to check it out. And I was tagged to do this tag. I was tagged by my friend Chloe from the Bibliophile. So let's go ahead and get started. The first question is, staying home is the best right now but doesn't cure wanderlust. What is a book you love that deals with travel? And so the book that I chose for this question is Love Book Taipei by Abigail Hing Wang, and this is about a main character who gets sent to Taiwan by her parents. She is Asian American. She grew up in America, but her parents wanted her to get a little bit more exposure in the Taiwanese culture, so they sent her to a summer school in Taipei. And I absolutely love this book. I read this during the Asian Readathon back in May, and I had so much fun reading this book. I was actually quite surprised by how much I loved it. There's a lot of drama in this book, and there's a love triangle, and honestly I ended up loving all of those aspects about this book. And I really liked our main character. She's someone who's very driven, but she's kind of being pushed in one direction by her parents, but she really wants to follow her own dreams. So I love her ambition and she's just great. So I think I gave this book 5 stars. I would highly recommend everyone. It has a great story, and it has a great story about traveling as well. Alright, and then the second question is, internet friends are even more important now that we are physically isolated. Name a book with excellent friendships. And so the book that I chose is Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. This has a great cast of characters, and the friendships that are formed in this book is one of the reasons why I loved this book so much. I actually also read this book during the Asian Readathon. I loved every character, I loved every page, and I loved the journey that they went to. And again, this book has such great friendships, and that's one of the reasons why I love this book so much. So I highly recommend it. It's very, very good. The friendships are amazing. Alright, and then the third question is, book club reads can be a powerful way to bring people together to discuss important topics or themes. What is a book that you would love to read with a club? Honestly, I don't really have an answer for this because I would love to read any books that I'm interested in with a book club. I am a co-host of a book club, which is the BookTube Chicks book club that I co-host with Chloe from the Bibliophile and Desiree from Libri Labra, and we always pick great books to read together. So honestly, I'm okay with reading any books with them because I'll always have a great time reading books together with them and then discussing it during our live shows. Biblio vendors are a great support to the event, and now small businesses need our support in return. Name a vendor you've purchased bookish items from or would like to hype because what they make is fantastic. Okay, so I'm someone who actually doesn't purchase a lot of bookish items. The bookish items that you see are bookish items that I've gotten from Owlcrate, and I love Owlcrate because they have introduced me to a lot of things, but I generally just don't buy a lot of bookish things. I spend my money on books, but one thing that I will always and forever spend my money on if I have the chance or if I can are bookish candles. And I have lots of candles here, and most of these I have gotten from Owlcrate, but there are different ones that I love. I love the Melting Library, Flick the Wig, In the Wick of Time, and there's a new one, A Quart of Candles. So I'm someone who's obsessed with candles in general, and when they're bookish candles I love them even more. So I'm always happy when I get candles from Owlcrate because they're just like my favorite bookish items. So I don't tend to buy a lot of bookish items in general, but when I do, they're usually bookish candles. Panels are a great way to hear discussion between various voices. If you could put together a panel for a future BookNet Fest, what would the topic be about and who would you invite? I love all of the panels at BookNet Fest. Obviously, there are several panels that occur at the same time, so you kind of have to choose which topic do you want to hear about the most. But I love all the panels at BookNet Fest. I love the ones where you talk about different genres that you prefer, like I'm a diehard romantic genre, or I'm a diehard fantasy, or I'm a diehard sci-fi. I love those panels. I also love the diversity panels when we talk about diverse reads and everything. And so I don't know. Alright, and then the next question is another question that I absolutely have no answer for because I just don't know. And the question is, workshops are an excellent hands-on approach to learning new skills. Name a book that has taught you something you were interested in. I honestly have no clue, but if you guys have an answer to this question, please let me know what book you have chosen and what that skill is, because I would love to know what you guys would pick for this question. But I just personally have no clue. Like, I looked around in my books and I'm just like, I don't know. Okay, and then the final question is, meetups are an informal way to get to know people with the same interests. Name a booktuber you love to hang out with once we can do that type of thing again. Hopefully in 2021 when the next BookNet Fest is. So there's honestly lots and lots of booktubers that I would love to personally meet. The Latinx-a-thon hosts, Yvette, Priscilla, Andrea, Tosh, and Joss, I would love to meet them in real life. Like, I think I've met them or saw it from across the room at BookNet Fest, because I'm pretty sure they've gone to BookNet Fest, but I personally have never like physically met them. Obviously, now that I'm a Latinx-a-thon host, I met them through video chats, but not like personally, and I would love to meet them. But honestly, I would love to meet anyone who just will talk to me. I would love to, because I'm just very, very shy, and I don't know how to approach people and start conversations because I'm super awkward about that. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that is all for the tag video for the I wish I were at BookNet Fest tag. Let me know down in the comments below if you have done this tag, because I would love to go and check out your video. And if you haven't done this tag, I'd like to go ahead and tag you to do this video, because I would love to know what your answers to these questions are. So before we end this video, we are gonna go ahead and open up our Sips By box. In case you are new, Sips By is actually a tea subscription box, and I've been receiving these boxes every 2 months, and I unbox it for you guys. And this box is actually $15 per month for free shipping within the continental US, and it comes with enough tea for 15 cups of tea, and you get 4 different varieties. Every box is different because when you first sign up, you actually take a tea profile and you just let them know what kind of taste you like to taste, whether you prefer more sweeter taste or more fruitier taste or more citrusy flavors. So let's open it up and see what we got. So whenever we open it up, we do get the spoiler card, and this is the August tea, so at least I'm in the right month. On the back, it'll just tell you everything you need to know about the 4 teas that you got in the box. So the first tea that I see is the Tulsi Peppermint, and this is by a company called Organic India, and this is caffeine free. Alright, the next tea that I see is called Cacao Tea, and this is by Me Cacao, and this is also a caffeine free tea, and it has a hint of chocolate on it, so it sounds really, really good. The next tea that I see is called the Vanilla Spice Perfect Energy. This is high caffeine, and this is by a company called Yogi. And then the final tea that we got is called Asheville Grey, and this is a high caffeine tea as well, and this is by a company called Asheville Tea Company. That is all for the teas that I got. Obviously, I got 15 cups worth of tea, but those were just the 4 different varieties. If you are interested in signing up for Sips By, I'll go ahead and leave the link down below. I'm excited to try out all of the teas that I got this month, but again, this is my last box. Anyway, guys, that is all for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. All of my social medias are linked down below, including Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. If you'd like to follow me on those platforms. Hope to see you guys on my next video. Have a good day, guys, and keep reading. Bye.